Yes, this is the last lesson of your Confluence 5.2 Entry 4 Part 1. I thought I can just do one small little summary of this lesson. I mean, this is not lesson actually, this only one part. Act 2, Scene 4 alone you're going to read in this William Shakespeare's Entry 4 Part 1 drama, and we can see the beautiful write up or the scenes. Okay, the scene 4 stating many activities, okay, many activities of Falstaff and the prince, okay, of hall, and what they do, how they try to manage things, what and all they teach this prince, and how they try to evade things from their father the king. So all this in this particular scene we could see the we could see actually how Falstaff has been using his skills to try to teach or make the prince Harry, or Hal we call him, okay. So how he is trying to change him, how he is trying to engage the prince. So all this kind of a thing we can find in this little scene which has been prescribed for you in this last part of your book Confluence. So when you see this text, you can see about the text given in your book itself. It is about the entry 4 of act 2 of entry 4 part 1, and drawing inspiration from Hollishan Chronicles. So Shakespeare has immortalized the characters entry 4, Prince Hal and Hotspur and Falstaff in this play. So how he has immortalized them with a beautiful scenario, what scene he is trying to use, and all those things. And um, in this particular scene, okay, rightly I just want to give you the gist. So I'll be dictating, or I'll be saying it for you. If you could listen to me, it would be a helpful thing for you, and you can use that as a summary also for writing your exam when they ask it in your exam. So this is the summary actually, okay. So you can just I thought I can show you this. You can use this for your exam. So what is happening in this particular lesson? In the Boar's Head Tavern in Eastcheap, London, Prince Harry is coming up out of the wine cellar, okay. He has been drinking and making friends with the bartenders, okay. He is clearly pleased that he has learned their name and their slang, like dying scarlet. And Harry announces that these men who like him have called him the king of courtesy and a good boy. Harry meets Points upstairs, and together they tease a young apprentice bartender named Francis. So you can see the introduction, how Harry, that is our princess, is making merry with the people around, with the friends around, having drunk, okay, fully drunk. Falstaff and his friends arrive, and Falstaff launches into the tale of how he and his friends were robbed just after they had committed their own robbery early that morning. As Falstaff tells Harry and points the story, his lies become more and more outrageous. So Falstaff comes and dictates like how they happen to do the robbery in the morning, and that is what has been discussed there with Falstaff and other people who points and Harry. Finally, Harry cannot stand it anymore and confronts Falstaff with the truth. He and Points know that only two robbers attacked Falstaff, and the others because those robbers were Harry and Points themselves in disguise. So he was trying to say, see, there so many people came, so many people, all that he started telling Falstaff, okay. But here Harry is know the truth very well. It was only Harry and Points who were with him. So he couldn't stand Falstaff's lies, okay. So Falstaff is, with his usual quick-wittedness, promptly bluffs his way out and says that he recognized Harry immediately when he and Points attacked the party, and that he only ran away to avoid having to hurt Harry. But he is glad to hear that Harry and Points have the money, since now they can pay for everyone to drink. So Now they have money, so they're going to make merry because they have robbed it. Okay, so the robbed thing is there, so they know they can they can pay how much ever they want after drinking. The tavern's hostess mistress quickly comes into and tell Harry that his father has sent a nobleman to bring him a message. So now he's all making merry. Now a messenger comes to meet Falstaff. To meet Harry, sorry. Falstaff goes to the door to get rid of the nobleman and returns with. So he wants to see who's come to meet the prince, and when he is going there, he could see a nobleman coming to meet this fellow. And now the news civil war is brewing in England, and Harry must go to the court to see his father in the morning. The rebellious Percys and their many allies have all joined together to attack King Henry, and the king's beard has turned white with worry. So you could see now the news wala, the messenger has brought one thing to the prince. What is that is someone, like there is going to be civil war in England, and the father wants Harry to be immediately in the court. So this is what is the message. So Harry and Falstaff decide to engage in a role-playing game that Harry can prepare for his interview with his father the following morning. So Falstaff is making Harry ready, like what and all the father is going to ask, he should be ready to answer. So now they are taking a role of action, and what the question will be asked by the father, what will the answer be. So like that they are trying to prepare Harry. Falstaff will pretend to be king. King Henry, and scold Harry, who then can practice his answers. In the role of the king, Falstaff bombastically defends himself to Harry, suggesting that even if Harry drops all his other rascally companions, he should keep the virtuous old Falstaff switch places. Okay. Now playing the role of the king, Henry rebukes Falstaff, who now plays the role of Harry, who hanging out around with such a reputable old man. Falstaff tries to defend himself, but he has trouble against Harry's sharp intelligence and regal bearing. So both of them play a small drama, and they try to be ready, like how his father is going to question him and how he's going to answer. All those things are happening. He's training him. Now Harry and Falstaff role playing is interrupted when the sheriff and his night watch arrive at the tavern. They are looking for Falstaff and the others, who they have learned robbed the travelers on the highway early this morning. Now there is a problem for Falstaff because they have done the robbery in the morning. Now people have come to catch hold of him. Harry tells Falstaff to hide and misdirect the sheriff by swearing to him that Falstaff is not there and that he himself will be responsible for finding the thief and turning him over. So he gives an assurance, you better go now. When Falstaff comes, I myself will bring him to you, he says, and he sends the sheriff off. As the sheriff leaves, Harry finds Falstaff asleep where he was hiding. After picking Falstaff's pocket out of curiosity, Harry tells Peto that he will see his father in the morning and all of them must go off to war. He adds that he will secure places in the army for all of his companions and place Falstaff in charge of the brigade of foot soldiers, a pointed joke, since Falstaff can walk without running out of breath. So this is very simple. So after this, what he says, okay, you all go and be ready. I'm going for the war. Might be war will be there. I'm going to meet my father. You also be ready. And he promises all his friends that he will give one kind of post for all those people when they come and join him in the war. And he leaves to meet the father. So this particular scene shows how Harry was so playful, and how Falstaff is trying to teach him certain things, and how he is trying to even cheat him also. Sometimes he is cheating because he says only 3 people were there, you are not there in the thief trying to rob the travelers. See, all that is happening. He is making merry with the friends, and what sort of a person Prince Harry is. This is what is clearly mentioned by our author William Shakespeare in this particular play, Henry IV Part 1. And when we see the glossary, check here you have the first one. It is Prince Hall. Okay, dash does an imitation to Hotspur. It is Prince Hall. Next one, Who accuses Prince Hall of cowardice is Falstaff. Prince Hall treats Francis with mercilessness. Falstaff acts like a dash father figure. Okay, and which quality can be observed? It is humor. Okay, so this is all is your comprehension in your 5.2. And then when we come to writing, since we are creating a web page, how you will create a web page, how you will open the Google sites, okay, and how you'll create a web page. See, after the web page are created, this is how a basic version will be, because some of you don't have books. I'm just showing you, see the basic web page. Okay, this is how it will be created, so you can even see this and learn it well. Like this, they might ask you to create web pages in your exams also. You can do this in your exam. And see, there is a Falstaff image also, friend of Prince Harry. Pause it and you can see it. Be ready for your exams. Sometimes Prince Harry's image also. See, these are all the web pages. Now they have given you one question in exercise A and exercise B. Create a website for the Boar's Head Tavern, the locale of the given scene. So you're going to create a web page for this tavern where this is happening. This is happening is I told you it is happening in Boar's Head Tavern. So you can pause this video, use that as your answer for your exam also, children. Okay, so it's very nice, and if you want to learn better, what I prefer is you can do that first one, Mercy. Don't learn this, is a bit difficult. Any one only you are going to write in your exam. So I suppose the first one will be better than this. So Boar's Head Tavern's web page to be created. I just have a web page for you. See, this is a Boar's Head Tavern web page. Doesn't it look nice? So this is the answer for your first exercise. So pause this, okay, and use it for your exam. Then we have an exercise B. You're going to add more content for Henry IV. How I can use more content for Henry IV? So Henry IV, the King of England from 1399 to 1413, was the first monarch of the Lancastrian dynasty. His reign was marked by the development of parliamentary government in England. Henry IV was the only son of John of Gaunt, the son of Edward III, and you can say Blanche, okay, Blanche, the daughter of Henry Grismond, Duke of Lancaster, known as Henry Bolingbroke, after his birthplace in Lincolnshire. Okay, he was made a Knight of the Garter in 1377. In 1380, at the age of 13, he married Mary de Bohun, the youngest daughter, and co-heiress of Humphrey, the last Earl of Hereford. They had 4 sons and 2 daughters before her death at the age of 24 in 1394. As the Earl of Derby, Henry entered the House of Lords in 1385, and in 1387 he supported his uncle Thomas, Duke of Gloucester, in his opposition of Richard II. So this is all about Henry IV. But we have in this lesson all about Prince Harry. Okay, so let's learn about Prince Harry. Prince Harry serves as a bridge uniting the play's 2 major plot lines. An initially disreputable prince who eventually wins back his honor and the king's esteem, Harry undergoes the greatest dramatic development in the play, deliberately transforming himself from the wastrel he pretends to be into the noble leader. Harry is nevertheless a complicated character and one whose real nature is very difficult to pin down. As the play opens, Harry has been idling away his time with Falstaff and earning the displeasure of both his father and England as whole. He then surprises everyone by declaring that his dissolute lifestyle is all an act. He is simply trying to lower the expectations that surround him so that when he must, he can emerge as his true heroic self, shock the whole country and win the people's love and his father's admiration. Harry is clearly intelligent and already capable of the psychological machinations required of king. So this is what is your answer for your Prince Hull. And finally we have Falstaff also. Falstaff, Sir John Falstaff, is one of the Shakespeare's most popular characters. He is arguably the most Famous comic. Most probably this is asked in an exam about false stuff. So you can use this for your exams. Okay, about false stuff. And the character in all English dramas, Shakespeare and his audience enjoyed Falstaff so much that Shakespeare placed him in 4 plays, although in the Merry Wives of Windsor in the different context in time and place than in Henry IV Part 1, Henry IV Part 2 and Henry V. The Merchant Wives Falstaff in a different person, but he is a different person, but he is in all respects the same at vulgar, disgusting old man. In other words, the same character. So you can say Falstaff is dishonest and cowardly, boastful and narcissistic. Then at the same time, he is intelligent and insightful. He has a great command of language and repartee. All that makes for a great watchable character in life. In a play, sorry, a character in a play. But characters in plays are not real people, even if they are extremely realistic, realized as most of Shakespeare's characters are. They are essentially dramatic devices, and as always in Shakespeare, the characters perform functions and are essential to the success of the play. So this is your answers, like you can use it for your exercise A and B. So this much is your 5.2, and all my answers for your confidence is over. You can click the videos which was posted earlier, and you can watch it, read it, learn it, and write your answers well for your exams. All the best, students. Might be after December 10th you might get your exams, so be ready with it. Thank you.